Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Skids and Fabulous Show.
So how often do you pick your nose?
What?
At least once a year. You gotta get a new nose every year, so... What were you saying?
I'm waiting for you to get it all out.
There's no way. We're two clowns talk about anything we want to talk about.
That's not the word.
See, I messed it all. I even messed that up. And I don't even have a script for it. Go for it. It's all you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Skids and Fabulous Show. The only show where two clowns talk about their train of thought.
You're good.
Only to quickly derail. I'm your host, Skids the Clown. With me this week, the clown that needs no introduction, but insists on it anyway.
Fabulous!
I worked hard on that one. And
it was
totally messed up our intro.
Difficult.
Good job.
Difficult. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, the train wreck's already rolling, so let's jump right into this. This is actually episode 11
Uno.
of the Skids and Fabulous Show. We made it to double digits.
Digits. Shark we can make double digits.
So, big surprise for all of us involved in this project. We didn't make a big deal about it on episode 10. I'm kind of surprised. We were really focused last week. We just kind of dived right in. But again, I want to thank everybody for letting us get this far.
Truly. Thank you so much for listening to us ramble.
Without writing us letters begging us to stop. I'm sure the mail is just running slow right now.
I think it is.
I do want to take a couple moments to do a little housekeeping. And if you'd see my house, you'd know that it needs it. But I would like to, first of all, like everybody to know that we are going to be starting a games cast on a live event every Wednesday. I think right now is what we're going to shoot for.
If you subscribe, you'll be notified.
You will be notified if you remember to click on the bell button.
Yes, which I will remind you later on. Because
maybe
that. Well, yeah.
If you get it, your line's right.
Get it right.
But otherwise, the videos will be recorded, and you can always come back at your leisure. It's modern technology. You can do this now and come watch it. Our first game that we will be streaming.
Oh, do we need to say? Should we say something? Should we tell them?
We should tell them.
Why
because
should we tell them?
We
should it be a surprise?
No, we should tell them. That way they get a little bit of anticipation built up for this. Actually, people who are subscribed will actually be notified of when the video comes up. So they will actually see this video before the video that we're recording now actually post. So it will still be a surprise, but for those who don't,
you're right, yeah.
For those who don't get notified, this will be a nice little advertisement to check out our other videos.
You can tell how technological I am.
It's that whole time travel thing. So we will be playing Sea of Thieves on the Xbox One. We're just a couple of big old pirate fans. I'm leaving the jury out on how good the game's going to be, but regardless, I think we're going to have a lot of fun just
playing around.
Pirates.
Just being pirates and, yep.
That too. And so the other thing, that's an awesome segue,
we've never played this game before, so...
I played the beta.
Right?
Yeah, it's not out yet. It comes out... from when we're recording this upcoming Tuesday.
Okay, so we haven't played the game.
I played the beta a little bit, so I got the basics down.
Okay.
And it's not something that I suck at
horribly yet.
I've
never played the game.
It'll be.
I'm not a big gamer.
Yeah, it'll be a completely new experience for Fabulous. So
come and join.
Exactly.
And join the disaster. We're going to try to sink some ships.
Yeah, or try not to at least get our own ship sunk.
Make sure the people that we play with don't make us walk the plank.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
I know.
Another thing I'd like to take out, before we get into the show, I'd like to make a shout out. I was made aware of a certain company, and this is going to be a shameless plug, but they're not paying us, so that's okay. But we recently found out about a company that sells socks, and I know that's the most exciting thing in the world.
Ooh, socks.
But these socks are actually supposed to be super comfortable, and I have several pair, and I really like them.
And they come in purple, so you know they're good.
Exactly. So, of course, his eyes were drawn right to that. This is much closer to our logo orange right there. And then
I guess those are red, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that comes in lots of colors.
Different colors.
But the name of the company is Bombast, and the reason I like to make a shout out on this show is because we were looking at their website, and this is like a really cool deal. That kind of one of the reasons we want to do this show is, not just to spread awareness of clowning. Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Making sure my iPad doesn't go into sleep mode. It's not only to bring awareness of clowning and try to make everybody happy and smile, just nice family-friendly show.
Yeah.
But we'd like to, bring nice things out to them because the internet is full of negativity, and we're the shining beacon. If it's very shiny there.
Oh yeah, I know.
And if you ever need just a dumb, silly laugh, that's what we're here for.
Exactly.
We got you covered. But
plenty of it.
We'd also like to bring happy little things to you. And this sock company, Bombast, shamelessly plugging our socks. We were looking at their internet website, and they do some cool stuff. One of the things that they claim to do is that for every pair of socks they sell, they donate a pair of socks to charity.
One, they give one to charity.
Exactly. And they deal up with large organizations such as shelters, community organizations, veteran affairs. It's something that we both are very supportive of.
Special Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing that we're very supportive of.
Love.
So if you want to look them up, you can go to bombast.com. That's BOMBAS.com. Your feet probably deserve these socks.
They are wonderful.
They are probably the best socks out there. They have what they call stay up technology.
Ooh, which with my chicken legs, trust me,
it is probably needed. That must be some alien grade technology then. They're definitely, going out there and getting some kind of laser
NASA
precision.
ain't got nothing on these things.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Usually he has to use the old rubber band trick to keep his socks up.
Yeah. Then my toes don't feel right all day. It's a weird feeling. These are great. Check them out, guys.
Absolutely. Big thumbs up on that one. Also, I better ask before we jump right into things. I'm sure our online family would love to know how you spent your last week since you've talked to them.
Oh, wow. What did I do? I worked. Yep, I worked.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I worked, and there's no show choir. We're done with show choir.
Yeah,
so we'll my daughter, she just turned to 1 big 6.
Oh,
1-6.
goodness. Yeah. And so everybody...
Stay off the sidewalks. Whatever you do, just stay off the sidewalks.
Everybody needs to keep a little bit safer when they're out there on the roads this week.
She is driving.
And definitely make sure you look both ways at the intersections before you cross the street. Especially if you're anywhere near downtown Clownsylvania.
Oh, big time. Yeah, she...
How's she handling the driving? I assume that she got her license right away.
She got her license, and she's doing pretty good. And she's... yeah.
Car's not already all bent up?
No, it's only rolled twice, so it's no big deal.
That's not a big deal. No,
so if you guys see the Fabmobile, because she is driving the Fabmobile.
Mm-hmm.
She is. If you guys see the Fabmobile.
Rocking the Fabmobile.
Just jump in the middle of the street because you'll be a lot safer.
Yeah, exactly. That's the safest place you could be.
Safest place.
Anything else exciting? I mean, I don't think I had an exciting week at all.
I really didn't. I don't believe so. I think it was just pretty much just work and go. As a matter of fact, I'm on call right now. So...
So if he has to make an abrupt exit,
so my hair's all messed up because I already worked today.
Again,
God, look at that! Oh, I like that. That's kind of cool.
I don't know. That reminds me of what the Little Rascal. And again,
Alfalfa. No, he had that one that's sticking up.
The one that's sticking up. But I mean, that was kind of what it was doing. It was just right all in front and had the big old curl.
Oh, you're talking about the little chubby kid with the wore the hat and it just had the hair sticking
yeah,
up.
yeah. I have no idea what his name is.
I don't remember his name. But,
we're not that old, fortunately.
No. All in all, I don't think I really had anything major happen this week.
Same here. Just busy working.
I do gotta say, I kind of off the subject, whatnot. I didn't physically run into it,
that
but
would have hurt if you
that
did.
would have hurt, and badly.
Painful.
There was a incident not too far from where I work, where there was a dumpster on fire.
So you weren't close to the studio where we record this, because that's usually what I would call one big dumpster fire. But
yeah, no. It's in the other town, and there's a big dumpster on fire, and it was huge.
Really,
I'm telling you what, it was probably and it was raining too, which made no sense. It was big fire and a lot of rain.
Okay, you sure you're not talking about our studio?
Oh, we can only wish.
Yeah. So anyway, about your flaming dumpster.
That's all I got.
Okay, then. So,
Flaming Dumpster, new rock band name.
We were just the carnivorous. Why do I say carnivorous?
I don't know.
Cavernous. Thumb holes.
So I had a guy with me that was working with me, and his first thought was, let's get this on Snapcrack.
Oh, really? So instead of
I'm literally on the
calling the authorities and the police and the fire and all that stuff.
Just come with me to the mind of Fab.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
Scary place, by the way.
I see smoke. I said, whoa. I'm on the phone with Mrs. Fab. And I say, whoa, there's a lot of smoke. Something is on fire. I did. And I was like, okay, so we drive. We drive.
Drive?
Well, I was going to say we drove, but then I say drive. And
okay.
Drive. But anyways, so we pull up, and I'm on the phone with Mrs. Fab, and I go, holy crap, that dumpster's on fire. Well, I had a guy sitting right next to me because I'm the cool one, and I drive. And I go, hey, we need to call 911. Or just 211s. And so what does he do? He gets on his phone, and he goes, got to get this on Snapchat. He starts Snapchatting. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, what do you think he did?
He said, I'm filming this for prosperity?
No. His idea was to put it on Snapchat so somebody else can call 911. These are today's kids, folks.
He couldn't dial 911 himself?
I guess it was harder. Well, hold on. Let me try something real quick. Okay, button flip. I better get off that page because that's... Okay, I'm going to try this all over again. Okay, I got my phone. Okay, time me. Ready?
Okay, hold on.
You got a timer?
I can pull one up. Probably take me longer to pull one up.
Okay, so we're going to time how fast it takes to call 911.
Okay, hold on.
And how fast it takes to get on Snapcrack. See who's on faster.
Okay.
We're going to go Snapcrack first. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
You sure you want to do that? Because I'm sure that's not going to be the faster one. Just
it might be. We're going to try it out.
Okay.
Ready? We're going.
Ready, set, go!
Okay. Grab the phone, swipe it. Okay. Get the Snapchat.
I'm surprised you don't have that on your front page.
Bam! We're on Snapchat.
We are on Snapchat. There's no dumpster fire around us. But
that was 10 seconds?
Yeah, 15 seconds.
15
by the
seconds.
time we're done because we're still Snapchatting.
We're still Snapchatting. Actually, this is kind of,
Yeah, exactly. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, okay. So about 25 seconds.
Okay, about 25 seconds. Okay.
Stop. Okay, so let's...
Oh. Okay, I'm going to put down the story because, that's who I am. So, bam. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go back, same exact spot. Okay, so what did we say?
25 seconds.
25 seconds.
25 seconds.
Okay, ready? Tell me when.
Okay, go!
Grab the phone, swipe, phone, emergency.
You're even being slow. 10 seconds. Well.
Hold on. No.
Don't that. No.
10 seconds. Yeah, I know, right?
I thought you actually dialed them and we were putting our hands up.
10 seconds to call 911. Now I was taking my time.
11.53, actually.
Taking my time. It was 25 seconds for Snapcraft.
And you're not accounting for the time that somebody actually has to watch the video, react to the video, give it, the thumbs up, or, write the LOL.
Exactly.
What a dumpster fire, that kind of stuff.
And he did type
so
there is a picture.
There is a delay there. So we're actually giving that a little bit of the benefit of the doubt on the 25 seconds. So, more than likely, and there's the internet, which isn't like instantaneous yet. So So there is a little bit of a time delay, and then it's like me, I usually get that pop up where it says Snapchat, and it's like, oh, I'm not looking at that now.
No.
So
I didn't know what to say. I just did not know what to say. It was like, dude, seriously.
Yeah, and this is not the first time I've heard of this. I've seen other people talk like that, where they will put an emergency on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram before they actually do something about it. There was a story I remember of somebody having a medical emergency where they, instead of called 911, put it on Facebook.
I'm having chest pains.
Yeah, exactly. For all you people out there, that should not have to be said, but if somebody's having any kind of emergency, whether fire, medical, anything, dial 911. Don't put it on Facebook first.
I wonder how many thumbs up they got or sad faces they got.
No, if it was our studio, the biggest dumpster fire in Pennsylvania, there would have been a lot of thumbs up. So hey, woo-hoo. So
yeah, that was I think Friday, Thursday. That was Friday.
I didn't have any excitement like that.
That was really my only excitement. The dumpster fire.
So on the subject of dumpster fires, what would you like to talk about this week?
Oh, I don't know. I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about.
We're gonna save that for another week. So you're gonna just
it's a great idea. Trust me. Tune in next week. It's gonna be a good one because
so this week is just you're just gonna advertise something cool next week.
We're gonna that's what I'm gonna talk about, advertisement for next week. Oh, then we can do that next week.
No, that would just be
it's like paying your credit card bills with another credit card.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that.
No,
that's a bad thing.
Yeah, no.
So you were gonna also play us a country song though.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yes,
I am.
Yes.
I am. I was. Yes. Yes.
So let's jump right into your newest song. I hope everybody liked our song that we posted last week. Like we said, we worked very hard on it.
Very hard.
So we decided this week Fabulous decided that he was going to write a country song. We didn't work hard on this because it's a country song.
Yeah, it's a country song. So just you don't have to think a lot when it comes to country music. Only for the simple fact, half the stuff that's on nowadays is remakes of rock music
80s
from
rock
the
music.
80s and some 90s.
Not even good 80s rock music.
No, not really. No.
The mediocre stuff that was like the top 40 stations, very generic, very bland, very boring.
Now, if any of the country people were talented, they tried like Iron Maiden.
Well, that's true, but
Run for the hills.
I might actually listen to
that. Kind of probably would.
I would be tempted. If Johnny Cash did that, everybody kind of knows this song. Johnny Cash, in his final years, and
months.
Yeah, it was always awesome. But in his final years, he decided that he was going to break all the barriers for what people considered country, and he did like a bunch of covers of really awesome rock songs.
Oh yeah, and he nailed it.
His most famous one was
was
the cover of Nine Inch Nails' song "Hurt." And even Trent Reznor himself is basically Nine Inch Nails, said himself as like, you know what?
Hands down, better.
His version's better than mine. He owns that song.
There was more emotion in it.
Truly more emotion. Absolutely, I totally agree.
But I've always been the person that always have said that Johnny Cash was never a country singer.
No.
He's not. He wasn't. He was just the man in black. He was just on his own. And
he was. And, honestly, they were talking about Johnny Cash one day, they as the royal they. But I didn't know that Johnny Cash was... It kind of has like a record, is that he had the longest... What are you doing? Why? Okay. Are you done? Hey, you don't pick my nose while you're there. Anyway,
You're okay, little boy.
Johnny Cash has a record that he had the longest distance between his first number one record and the last number one
Really?
record. His first number one record was back in 1959, I believe. Or I'm sorry, his first was in
was gonna
59,
say.
and his last was in 2003.
That's a big jump.
That is a huge jump. You know how many years he was prominently in music, but his first number one record in country music came much later in his career. You know
he went through a long phase.
He
of
was
his
rockabilly at first, and,
Yeah.
and it was later that he was more
He
accepted.
sobered up.
When he sobered up a little bit, he was accepted more into the country scene. But yeah, towards the end, he was doing covers of Soundgarden music.
Yeah.
He does a really awesome, again, a good cover of Rusty Cage, which has a lot of emotion to it.
Again, yeah.
He did a cover of the Depeche Mode song "Personal Jesus," which very good song originally, but again, when he does it,
It was awesome.
yeah, it just really makes something. So yeah, are you doing a cover of "Run to the Hills" in country style? Now I'm going to be disappointed.
What? Actually, okay. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you would notice that there is a moment where I was cleaning yesterday for, little Buttercup's 16th birthday. She's having a whole bunch of teenage friends come over. And So I was cleaning.
You had to prepare.
I had to prepare. So my job out of the whole house was to clean the shower. That was my only job.
That's not a good thing. That's sending you away so you're not destroying things.
I know, right?
Get out of our way so the people can do real work without you. Is what that is.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
That's
stick me in the dungeon, and
that's the dad way of doing things,
Yeah.
where you are so notorious for screwing things up that they don't let you touch anything.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of... Well, I know I can do some damage in the shower. But I didn't. Anyways, so I did pop in... are we allowed to say the music device?
You can say it.
So I got an Alexa...
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. I got one of those dots, Alexa dot things.
Yeah.
And it's in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. And so I walk in and I got my squirty squirt clean stuff. Which, I don't know if... Could I say that?
You can say that.
See, he's the lawyer and everything. He's like the
I'm
man.
No lawyer.
He's
but I play one on TV.
He does. He really does.
No, I don't.
His real job is we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's a family channel. And male stripper.
That's not it at all. I don't want to traumatize anybody. It's not true.
That would be bad.
It would be bad.
Sorry, I love my squeaker.
Sound effect
What was I
machine.
talking about?
You were talking about in the bathroom with Alexa.
Oh, Alexa, yeah. And so I'm on, of course, Instagram because, to me and Instagram on my purple phone is just, yeah. And I did notice, I did ask for some Iron Maiden. The first song came on, it was Run for the Hills.
Yes, one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs.
Well, it is one of my favorites, but it's one of those Iron Maiden songs that it's overplayed and it's just...
That's true. It's one of the more radio friendly songs that they did.
And it's a fun song. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I mean they got so much better stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's what it is. It's one of the most radio friendly songs that they can play, and that people are not going to just start holding their ears and screaming.
Yeah.
Not like Iron Maiden is pure noise.
No,
You're
very
really
low.
that I remember hearing of Iron Maiden before I first heard Iron Maiden. And the way I heard of it is like, oh my goodness, someone think of the children. And it's like, oh, this must be the most horrible band out there. They're just so hard and just everything they do is so dark and evil. And then I listen to them and it's like,
Really not. They're
not
really theatrical in a
very
way.
theatrical. Their music is, I mean, there's so much from that time period that they were big. Well, not that they're not big anymore, but not as big.
Well, they're really big like in Europe and Asia and South
I mean,
America.
they're
Pretty
a
much everywhere
European
but the
band.
United States, which really is horrible because I would love to go see those guys.
I would even say, bands like Motorhead were harder than Iron Maiden.
Oh, big time. Big time.
But yeah, a lot of their really theatrical stuff, which is awesome, is the stuff that doesn't get played. They play their more more just mainstream song. It's not like any song they do is mainstream.
No.
It's just Run to the Hills was their more mainstream song. It was the only song I remember ever seeing on MTV during
that very corny music video they had.
It wasn't. It was the Sponge Monkeys that they did that too.
What?
The Sponge Monkeys. Look up the Sponge Monkeys. Yeah, homework for this week. The Sponge Monkeys were an advertising. Well, it goes back. Some animator.
Somebody's been sniffing paint.
Some animator just had fun with a whole bunch of old Flash animations, and he created these really wacky animations where you just take pictures and then put like mouths over like kittens and all kinds of stuff like that. If anybody remembers the old Quiznos commercials,
Oh lordy!
there was an advertisement that featured this guy's characters because they did a song called "We Love the Moon." Look that up; it's awesome. It really is. It's hilarious. And Quiznos, no, hold on.
Okay, no, I'm letting you finish. Just do your thing. And,
Quiznos decided they were going to base an advertisement campaign on this crazy animation. And it's notorious because it's one of the most epic fail advertising campaigns out there. It was so off-putting to a lot of people that people refuse to go there. Who has heard of a Quiznos anymore? I think they're all gone.
I think they're all gone. At least in Pennsylvania they are.
Yeah, there's not one around here anymore.
We had a shaking head in the back of the screen there saying that no, they're not. They're not what? They're still around? They're where? Not here.
Not here. I haven't.
Nearby towns.
Nearby town?
Nearby towns. Suburbs of Pennsylvania have them. I haven't seen one in a long time, but you can do a search on like advertising campaigns that have failed over the years, and that one usually makes a list towards the top of the list.
I missed old Budweiser commercials with the frogs, old Taco Bell commercials, even prior to the Taco Bell dog, the Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You know, before that, you know, the good commercials when they were funny and you actually kind of didn't want to skip or go to the bathroom during them. Hello.
Hey.
I'm sorry, I forgot to put my phone on thing. Whatchamacallit?
On whatchamacallit. Yeah, I agree. Advertisements. I don't. Now we're going back to the old man voice because you had to go back in my day, back in my day, people didn't get text during our TV show, and they didn't sit there and read their text.
Sorry, I forgot to put it on vibrate.
Anyway,
my bad.
People would say. Are you ready for the old man voice again?
Go for it.
Okay. Back in my day, TV commercials were funny, and they were memorable, and they had characters like frogs and dogs and hogs and pogs. And what's a pog?
Pog. That's like, I don't know. I don't know.
So, I don't know. Are commercials better now or worse now? I don't know.
I think they're worse.
I don't pay attention to commercials. I have people at work that say, "Hey, did you see this commercial?" No, I didn't. I don't watch a lot of TV.
No.
You know, and thankfully they haven't found a way to start advertising during my DVRing, because usually if I do watch a TV show, I'll DVR it and then fast forward it through the commercials. So I don't know about commercials anymore. If commercials are awesome now, just certainly leave a comment and let me know.
Yeah, because I haven't seen one.
I didn't even the big football game that was on a month ago or so.
Like in February or something.
Yeah. Back then I didn't even watch the game, and I didn't even watch any of the commercials.
No, I heard about one. I think it was was it the Dodge truck? Yeah, it was a Dodge truck and the Vikings. And I actually did look it up, and it was actually kind of funny.
Didn't see it.
The only reason why I knew about it because the guy I know is a big Vikings fan, and he was like, "Oh my God, they're doing Vikings in a truck," and it was funny, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah, my biggest disappointment, or I don't know, disappointment is the right word because I didn't expect much out of it. I kept hearing something, and I don't know if this originally started at the Super Bowl or before it, is people saying this dilly dilly thing.
I think it was before.
It might have been.
I think it was before.
And
I still don't understand it.
I still have people at work that say dilly dilly all the time, and I've seen people walking around in dilly dilly t-shirts, and I thought this was
Really?
like yes, seriously, and I thought this was going to be something that was like, okay, this is important. This is like the like you were talking about the frogs.
The frogs, bud.
You know,
Sure.
they had T-shirts for that, or Spuds McKenzie. That goes back.
That
a
was
ways.
a long time ago.
That goes way
Holy
back,
Lord.
and they had T-shirts for that. And advertisement is worth its grain of salt if you can buy merchandise for a commercial. That was what the big deal about the Taco Bell dog.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Because you could buy stuffed dogs that had the Yo quiero
was
Taco
huge
Bell
for
on
a
it.
couple years.
It was. That
was
dog
huge.
eventually died.
Or something. I don't.
Yeah, that commercial went on so long. I think they went through like 2 or 3 dogs.
Yeah, could have. But yeah, nowadays you just advertisement is.
But that was the thing.
horrible.
All of a sudden, I keep seeing T-shirts that say "dilly dilly" and all this. So I thought this was like some kind of epic advertisement. It's like, holy cow, this is like the new memes or something like that. This better be good. And so I finally saw one of the commercials, and I definitely was sitting there going, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I couldn't even tell you to this day what it's an advertisement for. It was so uninspired,
I think it's pantyhose.
it could be.
I think it's pantyhose.
That it didn't even advertise its product because I couldn't even tell you what it was an advertisement for. If it's for something like the Frogs did or the Spuds McKenzie, they did a terrible job because I could tell you what that was advertising, but not so much here.
Even the old Mountain Dew commercials, the extreme.
Those are the old ones with the Yahoo Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it was just good stuff. Nowadays we got Diddy Diddy or Dilly Dilly or
Dilly
whatever.
Dilly.
Dilly Dilly. It's like, okay,
Yeah, and
here's your trophy for participating.
but do people actually watch commercials? I mean, TV is getting because we're on the new medium here. We're trying to reach out on the internet. We're commercial free, by the way.
We are commercial free
for now. We would certainly shamelessly plug
buy blue tape. See,
there goes our commercial free
we're not getting paid
status,
for
but
it, so.
that's true. Yeah. But that's the nice thing about the internet is that there's no commercials. So do commercials work anymore? Do people pay attention to them?
Like I said, I mean, nowadays I think when the commercials come on, it's the time to go let the dog out or go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Go run to the kitchen and grab a water or something like that.
I mean, if I want to buy socks, I go to the internet and I type in socks in the web searcher thing, and the interweb brings me a whole list of socks. And that's the nice thing. You're dropping socks on the floor, dude. That's the nice thing about the internet is you're not taking some advertiser's word on it.
No.
You're actually I do research on it. I don't just buy the first thing that comes up. I actually will say, hey, are these socks good? Are they inexpensive?
I will say I have bought my very first thing online. Remember this story?
I remember this story.
I'm going to tell our online family.
Okay.
Here. I was so geeked out. Okay, so my youngest boy, Hooch, he wanted.
By the way, Fabulous is not computer savvy at all. So this was like a big deal. He finally, in the last 6 months, joined the online purchasing club.
Finally. I was all geeked out. I'm on my phone and my Hooch. Anyways, Hooch goes, "Hey, Dad, I want to get some contacts." I'm like, "Why? You don't wear glasses?" He goes, "No, colored contacts." I'm like, "Okay."
It was for a Halloween costume.
Yeah, so I'm thinking
that doesn't make it any better, but
no. So I'm like, all right. So I'm looking on the internet and I find something and I'm like, all right, cool. Majestic outdoors and the sky and the solar system stuff and colors and all that really cool. And they show pictures. I'm like, oh, dude. Okay,
it did say
my boy's gonna love me.
It did say before you get to the end. I will say it did say eyeballs.
Yes, and it was under contacts. under that section of contacts. So we're in game or done money, whatever. Anyways, so I
And they did look like eyeball stuff.
click, basket, send, credit card, all that stuff, and I was just big man on campus. I even called this guy.
He
never
called
answered.
me and left a message saying that he bought something online.
Well, he did call me back eventually. Actually, no. I think it was the next day.
It might have been.
I think it was the next day that you called me back. Anyways, so we were on our way to a clown gig. Mm-hmm. And I was still geeked out. We had, it was you, myself, and another clown. Shout out to Possum.
Hey, Possum.
Love you, brother. And
hope you're enjoying your weather more than we are. It snowed again this weekend, by the way.
He's down in the nice warm weather and sun, beach, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Punk.
Must be rough. Anyway.
So I'm all explaining myself, like, I guess what I finally got to do, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, all right, cool. So I pulled up my phone and I'm doing this and I'm reading the information about it. And I'm like, solar, majestic, blah, 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 studs.
And he shows me a picture of it.
Studs.
And he goes, well, what does this mean that it's got studs to it?
Skids goes, ooh, those are going to be painful. Because, like, it's in your... Anyways, so...
What he's trying to say is that he ordered earrings.
I ordered earrings instead of eye contacts.
How did somebody get from watching or searching for contacts on the internet and then pulls up earrings?
I don't know, but I ordered 2 sets of them.
But they did look like eyes. I will give him that because he showed me the page and they all looked like eyeballs. Even like the cosmic one had like the pupil in it.
It was so cool.
But they were supposed to be like...
Yeah.
So you have eyes in your...
They're studs.
Oh. Anyway, I got distracted by our intern. Apparently he's ran into a weed whacker or something like that.
So they're studs, and I was, my ego went downhill. So what did I do? I
never online ordered again.
Pretty much, yeah. I called Mrs. Fab. I'm like, hey, I boo-booed.
So did Hooch ever get his contacts?
No, he never did get his contacts. But honestly, he does have an ear pierced, like
we do.
Or is it? It's right there. I don't know.
Mirror image doesn't
is
work
horrible
on cameras.
And Buttercup, she wears them. You know,
wears contacts?
No, the earrings. The studs.
Where's the? So you were able to.
Pretty much, they're getting used.
Yeah,
and then
so
they still look really cool, but they're not in your eyeball, and it's like, really,
well, that would hurt.
I know.
They'd probably stay better than my contacts.
Probably. I was quite distressed about that, but yeah, it's me. It's me.
But yeah, I mean, you went online and searched. So
I did.
Commercials are they're an old medium and they're not needed anymore. So I would recommend for all those TV stations, because when I watch TV, I don't want to see commercials anymore. Your commercials mean nothing. They're terrible. What you should do is stop interrupting me while I'm watching my favorite TV show and just let me watch the show and take your dilly away.
You know, they should put all the commercials and bundle them up at the end of the show.
That way it'd be easier to turn off.
Exactly.
Don't turn off our show.
No. We have no commercials except for blue tape.
And socks. So we advertise things that you need.
Exactly.
Because who doesn't need socks and blue tape?
Everybody needs it. All right, online family, guess what? First of all, don't look at the hair. Plain and simple, it's a mess.
It is a mess.
It's horrible. But back to the other thing. Hey, Skids, what you...
Great job. Yes, I would like to talk about something. So at the time of this recording, it became public knowledge. That Toys R Us is closing its doors forever. And
You're going to let people out first?
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, they're going to let everybody out, including thousands of employees. It's a sad day.
It is a sad day.
Because this is one of the last brick and mortar toy stores.
Yep.
And back in its heyday, was by far the best toy store in the world.
Old man voice.
Yeah. Back in my day, you went into the big warehouse toy store, and they had toys from wall to wall, and all you could see were toys. And you'd get lost there, and you'd say, Ethel, where am I at? And Ethel would say, I can't find you. And then it was, anyway. So when I was a kid, I remember when we first got the Toys R Us in downtown Clownsylvania. You got spit in your eye?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I remember when they opened the first one. Now, we had toy stores in Clownsylvania.
Oh, yeah, there was plenty of toy stores.
But they were, they were small.
Yeah.
And there was one big size one. I don't remember the name of it because I don't think that it was a chain or anything like that. I can picture it, but actually when they closed, Toys R Us moved into that spot, and then they bought like the bays next to it and opened this gigantic thing, and it was such a big, no, it wasn't that one. Okay. We're going to get to that one. But it was a huge deal when I was a kid, and even because I grew up to be a giant man-child, as you can tell. No, big surprise there. And well into my adult years, I spent a lot of time in Toys R Us.
Toys R Us was cool. I mean, it really was. It had a wide variety of stuff. Everything.
They had everything you could need.
You had sleds in the wintertime. You had slip and slides in the summertime.
Honestly, they had their sleds in the summertime and the slip and slides in the winter too. They were just that cool. There was no seasons could hold them back from selling you a slip and slide.
And they just had all this cool stuff. They truly always had cool stuff.
And it was one of the things that for the longest time, they were, for me personally, the only place in town where you could go and they had everything you wanted for video games.
They did. They had all video games.
Now, I always remember, there was two things, and they're both obsolete now, that Toys R Us is closing. If you were a gamer, two places that you absolutely loved to go was Blockbuster and Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Now, Blockbuster died long ago, thanks to, and I honestly, I don't feel bad for them going either, and I'll get to that. Blockbuster failed to change when Netflix became a thing. And when Netflix first started, you could see the writing on the wall. And I'm a huge fan of Netflix. I will totally admit, I have a subscription, shameless plug for Netflix.
Netflix is okay.
I love it. I really do.
They don't have what I want to watch.
But, I mean, it's not like going to Blockbuster had what you wanted to watch either.
No.
So it's not like those specific things are going to be everywhere. That's what happened to Toys R Us. Now, Toys R Us replaced a toy store that was also pretty big in the 80s and 90s, and that was KB Toys.
KB Toys.
Now, yes. KB Toys was the
toy company.
They were a toy company.
Store.
And
with aisles.
Well, they had their own lines of toys, and then they had their stores. And they were always in like the big malls. So you had the big indoor shopping malls, and they always had that KB store that was in one of just the little tight spots, and they were always pretty cool. And that's what Toys R Us was their big competition, was they were like KB Toys where they had all the cool stuff, but they had acres of it. Like just miles of it. Now, I don't know how you guys remember your toy stores, because this is the way it was in Clownsylvania. When I was a kid, there was no Walmarts or Targets or anything like that really had a lot of toys. There was no Walmarts in Clownsylvania. No. Targets were around, but they had like one aisle.
Yeah.
And it was a two-sided aisle, so you had your boys' toys on one side, and the girls' toys were on the other side.
Yep.
And that was it. That was all the toys you got. And then maybe there was like an electronic section that sold like some video games, and they had like 3 on the shelves, and they were behind the counter, and you would have to go up and ask the person.
And there was never anybody there.
Exactly. You'd have to make that awkward phone call where they would page and it's like a customer assistance needed in electronics.
Yeah, don't just when you go to like one of those stores, don't just grab a phone that's on the aisle and just start thinking, "Hey, clean up aisle." No, they don't like that.
Yeah, usually that involves somebody getting tackled and
Yeah.
hauled out of the store, and
That's-
it's not good.
That was a different
So,
story,
but if you're gonna do it with style.
exactly.
You
You
know.
gotta do it with some class, baby.
Exactly. If
don't
you're
know where
gonna
that
get
came
thrown
from.
out of the store, make sure everybody knows. It's like, hey, that was me.
This guy.
That's the way you do it. But no, that's the way I grew. That's the way
Spit it out, man.
That's the way I grew up. Is that you had the toys aisle in your Target or they had Montgomery Wards or Sears when I was a kid, and the toys were in one aisle, and not every toy made it to the aisle. And then when Toys R Us came, not only did they have everything, they had lots of it. And,
Bundles and bundles.
and it was so overwhelming, and that was their big thing that appealed to the kids.
Yeah,
is that
in the big giraffe.
yeah, they had their mascot. It was literally a treat to go to Toys R Us.
Yeah, truly.
So where did they lose all this? Why did the biggest, best toy store that just was like a childhood dream and a man-child's dream to go into, how did they get to this point where they couldn't make it?
Horrible parking?
Well, no, because recently, especially, there was no problem parking at a Toys R Us. You could just pretty much park in the front aisles. Never went there.
Could it be
I already
the
kind of
carts were all busted?
Well, no, because not many people were playing with the toys at Toys R Us. It was always kind of empty. I kind of hinted on it when I talked about Blockbuster didn't seem to change with today's times. I will start with this. The toy store or the toy aisles at Walmart and Target got bigger. And the thing about those stores is that they have the name discount stores.
Discount.
And so there was that. Toys R Us was expensive. Very, very pricey.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And they always defended this. They always said, see, we were your one stop if you wanted a toy or if you wanted a video
toy,
game.
yeah.
Yeah. We always have it. You come here, but we're going to charge you for it. We know what you want. If you want it, you got to pay for it.
You gotta spend it.
Yeah. And that would, maybe in the 80s and the 90s, that kind of philosophy worked. But, in the early 2000s, all of a sudden the internet was a thing. And just like Blockbuster didn't see Netflix crawling up behind them, I don't think Toys R Us saw Amazon crawling up.
No.
And that was kind of one of their big downfalls, is that all of a sudden now anything that you would normally say, hey, I'm looking for this particular toy. It's getting close to Christmas. I know that the local discount store is not going to carry it, especially with, grandma with the bowling ball in her bag,
you gotta stay away from
whacking
her.
everybody.
Whack, whack.
I would rather go to, Toys R Us where there would have to be like 50 grandmas with bowling balls to defend all those toys that they have.
Yep.
But Amazon was that all of a sudden you could go to Amazon and with one click, it's like, hey, they've got the cybernetic kung fu ninja warrior with the laser beam eyes, and they have 100 of them, and they're on sale.
Yeah, I'm old fashioned, I guess. I truly am. Uh-oh.
Disaster prediction. We just got a disaster prediction.
Ooh.
Push
it! We lost it!
Geomagnetic storm in progress. Minor technical difficulties like this show.
Take cover, kids.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm old.
You are old fashioned.
I'm old fashioned. I like to, if I go somewhere, I like to,
scratch my nose
I
while
like
he's
to,
talking.
I like to hold it in my hand and say, okay, so this is how, okay, blah, 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 blah. I like that. We all heard what with me ordering stuff online, it doesn't quite work.
But there gets to a point when this is an epidemic of today's days, and other stores have dealt with this, where people will go and they'll shop, and they'll go to Walmarts, and they'll go to Targets and Toys R Us, and they'll look for the toy that they want. And hell, they'll have to edit that out. Nah, not really.
Nah.
You can hear me swear once in a while. Basically, you can take your kid there and then say, "What do you want? Do you just go look for your toys for Christmas?" And they'll or birthday or whatever, and they'll go and they'll run down the aisles of Toys R Us, and they'll pick out the toy and they'll say, "This is the toy I want." And then it's okay. Well, maybe for your birthday, we'll get you that toy. And then you go home and they've picked it out and you've held it in your hand and you order it from Amazon because it's cheaper and you get free delivery.
Yeah, that's very true. You do.
And that's the other thing that Toys R Us really failed at was their online service. Their shipping, they charged you outrageous amounts of shipping. You'd like buy a toy, and now not all toys are like the giant Barbie dream house or the cybernetic ninja warrior kung fu base with the laser eyes and the foam darts. You know, you would order something that's like, I don't know what's going on over there. You would order something like the size of this pen, and they would charge you like $20 just to ship. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, they would charge you about $20 to ship something the size of this pen. And
don't throw the pen. Whoa, my microphone.
You're going to dangle it.
It's a dangly. You got something stuck to your head.
There we go.
We're going to leave that one alone.
Oh, here. You got to twist it.
Here, just yank on it.
No, don't yank it. Oh, jeez, that would be bad.
So everything's going to Amazon. Everything's going to internet stuff. But you got people like me that just, I don't know.
It's a little uncomfortable. But, I mean, you can still, anymore, you can go to Walmart. Walmart has, like, 10 aisles of toys.
Yeah, but it's all garbage.
It is all garbage.
For the most part.
For the most part. They definitely have the cheaper end toys.
Yeah. I mean, I dig what you can get online. I really do. But just...
I mean, the other thing is that kids just aren't interested in toys anymore.
I think
there's something there too.
I think you're onto something. There's give them a box like a cat.
Yeah, honestly, when I was a kid, I will tell you a story. I remember one of the best days ever is my parents went and bought new appliances for our kitchen. I was pretty little at this time. And, of course, you get the big refrigerator box and the stove box and everything like that. And all of a sudden we had these big boxes that we could make forts out of. And we colored on them, and Papa Clown definitely cut holes in the boxes so you could have doors and tunnels and secret entrances and stuff like that, and had them all butted up together. It was the coolest thing ever. So, I mean, definitely give your kids boxes. They'll love you for it.
Honestly, you'd be surprised. Okay,
this message provided by the Box Foundation. Do box.
It's just like last night. We told my kids no electronics.
Yeah.
Told your kid no electronics. What'd they do? Oh, my God.
They talked.
They talked and they played card games.
They played Uno. Shameless plug for Uno.
Yeah.
They played some other card games,
Yeah, played some other card games. And they are having fun.
They did.
What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm leaving.
Nothing? You're leaving?
Well.
Hold on. I'll be back.
I'll hold the fort down.
I'll be back.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, just having... Why am I still talking? This Skids is gone.
You can carry on without me.
We'll edit it out.
Nah, we don't need to edit that.
Well, we're not going to edit nothing.
We ain't editing nothing.
We ain't editing nothing.
Mrs. the Clown just is heading out the door. So I had to
out
say
the door.
So, anyway, But yeah, I mean, it's like even video games. We talked about Toys R Us was the place for video games. Well, heck, anymore, like the new PlayStation games and the Xbox games, you don't even need to go to the store to buy games anymore because you can download them directly to your system's hard drive.
See, I don't understand how you could do. I mean, I still buy the discs, or actually the one because I only play one game.
Well, yeah, but every year they come out with the new Call of Duty, so you have to buy another one.
Yeah. So how do you download it to your? I mean, you got to have a disc because it does updates like.
Well,
once a
yeah,
week or something like that. I don't know, but
you don't realize is that even when you take like, and he's kind of like me. I've swayed him to my nerdly ways. He now owns both PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One. But what you got to realize is those systems have hard drives built into them. When you stick your disc into those systems, they install practically most of the game onto the hard drive because it runs better directly from the hard drive because they're faster than from your disc.
But how come when I want to play the game, I have to put
That's
the disc
how
in?
they make sure you're not pirating your games.
Aye.
Yar.
Yar.
So
Look like it.
you can actually just buy your games and download them and just save them to your hard drive. Now, of course, that's their big thing is they'll sell you bigger hard drives or expansion hard drives or what are you doing to your mind?
I don't know. It's a
But-
chin rest.
So you don't even
The trampoline for my chin.
you're
Yeah.
peeking. No peeking. Nope.
No peeking. Okay.
No peeking.
I'm trying to find the right spot.
But yeah, you don't even need to. And that was the thing I remember. My favorite thing as an adult going to Toys R Us is you would go down the aisles and they would have all the games and they'd have these like faux boxes. They didn't have the boxes because they didn't want people stealing their games. So they had the boxes and they were on these flippy things. And you flip them, and then they had the big yellow tags that had the game name on it. And you took it up to the register, you paid for your game, and then you gave that ticket and your receipt to. It was like like going to an exclusive nightclub. And they had the big bouncer at the front door with the velvet ropes and everything like that.
You on the list?
And yeah, and you kind of walk up and it's like, here you go. And he'd look at it and then once you gave him the receipt and the thing and everything like that, he would go and they would go up to the magical room with all the video games. And then they would go get it and they would bring it down and then they would give you your games. It was like, as annoying as that sounds as a process, it actually was kind of like this big rite of passage. So again, I understand. Exactly. And then you actually, for the first time, got to hold that precious, precious Super Nintendo cartridge in your hand. And it was cool. And I will miss a little of that. But
Then you got in trouble from your parents. Your parents go, mine.
yeah, exactly. Then you got it taken away. That's why now if you download them, it's a lot harder. They could take your whole system away now.
Yeah, but it's a lot heavier. They can't just go.
Plus, you got to unplug everything.
Pull
and,
everything off. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and then the kid
Don't you dare go buy that thing.
Yeah, and then your kid just picks up their cell phone. It's like
Okay.
Pokemon. Ooh,
Pokey.
Pidgey. Just like.
Oh lordy.
So anyway, a sad day. Toys R Us is no more.
Too bad.
I wonder, out of all the stuff that we loved as kids, what do you think's next on the going away list?
Good grief. As a kid,
Blockbuster was so cool back in the day, but they died a horrible death.
I honestly think that Toys R Us was the last.
Is there much left of those 90s kids, 80s kids stuff?
I don't think so. I think it's all gone.
It might be. I can't think of anything, I mean, other than you still have like the old networks, like TV.
Yeah.
Is that something that you could see going away in the future? I mean, all the cool shows now are on cable.
Pretty much.
And maybe the whole idea of buying movies, but then they sell you collector's editions of stuff like that. So and then anyway,
remastered,
any Blu-ray you buy comes with the code to watch it on your phone or your tablet or on your TV and Xbox.
Times have changed, folks, and it's not a good thing.
Yeah. Well, you just have to accept change. You know, it's not a terrible thing.
Then it's in your pocket, and it weighs you down. Your pants start falling down, and people are yelling at you for put a belt on. I got change in my pocket.
But at least if you ride the bus, it's easier, to pay without getting yelled at by the bus driver. Exact change only. That's all I got.
Ride in the bus.
So dumb, it's awesome.
Oh my Lanta. Oh shit, that's funny. I don't know how those people can do take an adult, like a beer or whatever, and just go. And it's like, I tried doing that with the last quarter of my water every time. Every time I just try to open the throat, whatever, and try to let it fall through, and then it comes out my nose. I'm going to master that so I can take a whole bottle and just be done with it, one of those hot days that works.
Oh yeah, just pound it.
Done. I'm gonna try it, but
Without dropping the bottle.
Without it coming. Well, you gotta do the whole mic drop.
Oh, okay.
But without it coming out my nose, because that'd be cheating, because it's not going down. It's actually going. Woo.
All right, so I need to. Ooh,
It's been annoying me.
What?
It's like a drop or something there.
Oh yeah, that screen needs to be cleaned. This is Cini's tablet, as you can tell.
Nah, I couldn't tell, honestly.
Are you saying my other one's dirty?
I'm just saying it's a tablet. I don't know these things, dude.
Okay, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Skids and Fabulous Show.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am too. The only show where two clowns come on to discuss their train of thought, only to quickly derail. If you like what you saw today, and you must have been trapped in a Blockbuster video since they closed 20 years ago, if you like this.
Yeah.
But if you do like it, please remember to consider donating to our Patreon channel, where you can get exclusive bonus content and early access to all of our videos.
And if you would like to donate, but you're trying to give your money to Toys R Us, and
Doors are locked.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Dark.
They probably have one of those Halloween outlet stores in it now.
Man, I bet you all those toys are inside when it's dark, partying.
Yeah, just like
G.I.
Toy Story.
Joes and messing with Barbie. Got
That
your
would-
wig. Got your wig.
That would be the life.
That would be kind of cool. I want to be a toy.
Anyway, you're supposed to be doing the outro.
Yeah, I want to be a toy. You can always subscribe to our channel, and remember to like, comment, and click the bell button.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, where was I? To be notified when new videos are posted.
Dangerous.
Because we are going to be doing the video game thing starting Wednesdays.
Starting Wednesdays.
We're going to try it out and see how it is. And if you are a subscriber, you will know this, because we tried this once.
Yep.
We tried it once, and all of a sudden, it was like a testing thing.
Yeah.
And
Just testing equipment, and all of a sudden we had a viewer.
we had a viewer. It's
One
like,
of our subscribers got notified.
it's like, whoa, dude, where'd you come from?
Technology. See,
It's
Toys R Us didn't
crazy.
see it coming.
Toys R Us, you should have been watching our show.
I know.
Should have
You
been
would-
watching our show.
You
You'd
would have
still be
seen
in
it coming.
business.
Yeah.
It's all their fault.
Exactly.
See?
That's trying to look out for you.
We're the brains.
If you watch us, good things will happen to you.
That's right. Love ya.
Bye. All right.
No, nope,
Design
no.
phones to read your mind.
Oh, no. It ain't happening.
We need to get back on subject here.
I ordered my Uber, so I'll get there. It's
Okay.
22 minutes away. So.
Okay. Will you get there in time?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Light doesn't leave for a while.
Well, Skids, what do you want to talk about?
Sudden. Reread that. We'll try that again.
Cut it out.
We will. We will.
Oh, I looked really fat there.
Oh, that's because you were jiggling your fat.
Oh. I need something heavy to throw at him. Shut up.